You're rocking with the voice of Town View. We put our spin on trending topics and school news. Thought-provoking, insightful, we speak the truth. We do it for all ages, not just for the youth. Listen close, you might learn something. Or laugh so hard, you split your side of something. Live stream a podcast. Whenever you tune in, it's sure to be a blast. Let's be honest, you don't want to miss that. Content so real, you're going to want to run it back. We keep you entertained while making an impact. Want foreign announcements? Well, this is not that. Sports, pop, culture, political. Whatever you like, we got you covered, bro. It's a movement more than just a show. It's KSBM Radio.
I'm closer to the music.
Broadcasting live from Marvin E. Robinson School of Business and Management, Dallas, Texas.
My radio station.
We are KSBM Radio, the voice of Townview.
Welcome back, Townview, to the voice. Welcome,
KSBM Radio, the voice of Townview. Come on, Jody. We got to get off to a better start than that.
Yes.
I'm Mo.
I'm Starfire.
I'm Jody.
And I'm M.
And we're back from our brief one-day break yesterday. Got the day after the election. You guys do anything fun?
No, I was waiting. I was waiting for someone to call in for work, so I could have the chance to go work.
And then I was
you got a job, Jody? Where are you working at?
Hollister.
Hollister? Oh, at Town East?
Yeah.
You stay next week?
Well, I think so. It's because the girl that helped me, she didn't know anything.
She didn't train you right?
No, she was like, I was like, when's my orientation? She was like, this is your orientation. I was like, oh.
Did you get hired on the spot?
No. It took some weeks. Yeah.
Get me right with the jeans. Do you get a employee discount?
Oh, yeah. How much is your discount?
I think it's like 30, 40.
Oh, jeans are expensive, bro.
Right, they're like 60.
I swear. But anyways, what did I do? I went to the dentist for like the 50th time. That's what you do when you have braces. You go to the dentist 24/7. It's annoying.
When are you gonna get them off?
Like half a year. My dentist low-key want me. She put on the weekend while doing my stuff. What's wrong? Like, all I'm saying is, like, chill, I got a girlfriend. Like,
the weekend? That's crazy.
That's what I'm saying.
At
like, that
the
had
dentist?
to mean something. But then she was giving me
closed.
mixed signals because she had, like, some Disney movie playing. I was like, what?
Oh.
But then she had the weekend on. I was like, what? She had on like, Star Wars or something.
What's she trying to do?
That's what I'm saying. Crazy. Okay, Starfire, what you do?
Well, I basically went to my sister's house. And then I went home. I did some notes. I did my homework, too. So, yeah. But, like, it was kind of weird having a day off on a Tuesday.
I know, I felt like it was Saturday.
They should have just left us
empty.
off on Monday.
It did feel off. I was like, we're off, but we're coming right back tomorrow. I don't know. It felt weird.
And then especially since the time differences now.
Oh,
The day
I don't
feels
like
longer.
it. Yeah, I don't like it.
I
I
don't
wake
like the time
up
difference.
and it's sunny. And then it's like around 5 and it's already dark.
I
Oh,
know,
yeah,
it's
it does
dark
get
so
dark really
fast.
fast. Oh, but did y'all see the moon yesterday?
No.
It looked kind of red.
I'm a werewolf.
Yeah, there was a full moon, too.
That's why I didn't see the moon yesterday, because, like, I would have transformed. Like, I can't do. KG in production, he knows. He's a werewolf, too. But I got volleyball club today. Yes. You guys in any clubs at Townview?
Yeah. Yearbook club.
Yearbook club? Oh,
Project
Yearbook
Kid.
club is pretty good.
I'm in a lot.
Really?
Yeah.
Wait, which one?
Photography. Girls for Change. Yearbook. LULAC.
Lulac.
I was going to join LULAC, but
Oh, yeah, me too.
it was like too much.
It seems stressful.
Too much to get a court.
BSU is better anyway. That's what I'm saying. Starfire, you in any clubs?
No.
No.
I just didn't have time.
Yeah, well, yes, you do.
I don't have time.
You just do nothing yesterday.
No. I needed time to relax,
She
needs time to watch
You need time to
TV.
relax every day.
That's why it's important.
Man.
Are you in any clubs apart from volleyball?
I mean, volleyball club isn't even the official club.
It's just there.
It's just like me and my friend, we started it and we invited people, but we didn't get it like official. Like the basketball club, that's official. They have like a sponsor and everything. We just do it in the rec.
And they let you?
We do it in the rec behind the school.
Oh.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Because they're like, their net is nicer and the gym is bigger. So We do it over there. But yeah, and Black Friday.
I'm not.
I
I need a job first.
I hope
No,
I
I
work
just had a
out.
job. You got fired?
No, I quit.
I should.
Why? Because I didn't get hours. But like now they were saying since seasonal's coming up, they were gonna give hours. But they told me
Exactly.
that on my last day.
Yeah.
Dang, they did it to you on purpose.
I hope I work on Black Friday.
I'm gonna work 40 hours the
be
week of
busy.
Yeah.
Thanksgiving.
Oh,
You're
and
gonna
that
work on
Townies-
Thanksgiving too?
I don't know, I think so.
Yeah, me too.
Townies.
And that Townies have Black Friday.
People finna be
Pray for
stealing.
me, please.
You
They're gonna
stop
be
people.
jumping
You have to
everywhere.
stop people if they're stealing.
I know, I'm a
Put
black.
those jeans down.
Oh well. I'm not getting paid enough for this.
What do you be like out there like folding the jeans with the influence?
Yeah.
How do they fold it, bro? I swear I take off the jeans and I can never fold it like they fold
They
it.
told me they were gonna teach me, but
Some use the.
They got
like a
the
machine.
Oh,
They got the
yeah.
method.
Yeah.
That thing to like fold
Fold
it.
it.
I've seen that.
No, really? No wonder they always come out so perfect. And then I take one and I put it back.
it's bad. I'm like,
Oh no, it's so
I just leave it there.
annoying.
Okay, well that's gonna wrap up our short little small talk. We're gonna come back with a hot topic. You won't want to miss this one.
Dropping it, dropping it. Let's go.
Here's another hot topic to discuss. Live on KSBM Radio, the voice of Townview.
Welcome back, listeners, to KSBM Radio, the voice of Townview. I'm Mo,
Starfire.
Jody.
And M.
and we're gonna get into our hot topic. So today we're gonna be discussing extraterrestrial life and the case for its existence outside of Earth. So before we get into our each individual presentations, do you guys, right off the bat, do you guys think aliens exist?
Yes.
Yes.
I think so too.
Yeah.
Yes.
I
Yes?
should, yeah.
So we got 3 yeses and I say no. Aliens do not exist. You guys are some crazy hypothetical people. They do not exist. Do you want to start us off?
Yeah. So
Okay. Let's hear your crazy.
in 1995, a parasite.
1995. See, that's already way
Yes.
too old.
Wait, hold
Nin-
up.
1995.
Hold up.
That's like the peak of people like not knowing what they're talking about. Like
1995 is a good
all their
year.
source of information was the news and the word of mouth. They didn't have anything else. They didn't have the internet. They didn't have TikTok. They didn't have Instagram. They didn't
What
have
is that
Facebook.
gonna do?
That's where people get their news. They didn't have that back then. So already bad example.
A pair of scientists discovered a planet outside our solar system orbiting a solar-type star.
Mhm.
Since the finding, which won the scientists a portion of the 2019 Nobel Prize in Physics, researchers have discovered more than 4,000 exoplanets, including some Earth-like planets that may have the potential to harbor life.
See, I've heard about that too, Earth-like planets that are kind of like us, but like that still doesn't mean they have life. Cause like that's part of my case too. We'll get into that later. The conditions for life have to be so perfect. Like everything has to go perfectly together. The oxygen levels, the ability to produce producers and plants, and then for other life to evolve from that. Like it has to be literally perfect. So for scientists to say that there's similar planets, that doesn't mean anything to me because the conditions still aren't there.
Well, yeah, but it's probably like aliens living there, not
Yeah,
humans.
No,
they're
that-
fitted
it's
to
not.
They live in
live.
under different conditions.
They could, but that doesn't mean they do.
It's
Like,
'cause, like it's a big world. You don't know like what's out there.
okay, I know, I hear that argument a lot that people say that, you know, it's a big universe. Like, how could there be nothing else? That's what I'm saying. Earth in itself is such a one-off, like, such a, I'm talking a miracle, but such an anomaly. There you go. It's an anomaly because everything came together perfectly in order for life to, you know, evolve and become as high level as we are. And so for that to happen, like I said, the conditions have to be completely perfect. And it's not crazy to believe that it's not replicated somewhere else. That's what I
like
think.
out of millions of other planets.
Yes.
You think it's only us?
Yes, because let me get into mine. According to NASA and their bioastrology department, who's better than NASA? They made a statement saying that they have no evidence has ever been presented to them proving that any extraterrestrial life has visited our planet. How are you gonna beat NASA?
Like, they don't research the right stuff.
No.
And plus, they're
Why
so
do you research-
focused on like what Mars.
Yeah, on
Oh
Mars.
yeah.
So
They're talking about Earth though. They said that no life has visited our planet.
How do they know that?
Because
What if it was like
no
really
one
observed? What if it was like
What if they're keeping it a secret?
yeah?
keeping it a secret? Oh, so you're saying
Like
the
Area
government's keeping stuff secret?
51.
Yeah.
Area 51. Area
That's
51 is just another.
confidential.
That's just another base. Why do people hype Area 51 so much? It's just
Because
another
people
military
think
base.
they have like classified information there
Yeah,
about
like we don't know
aliens.
what's there.
See, people think these are all just crazy allegations. I need some proof.
Okay,
All right.
over 40 allegedly UFO sightings have been reported in Idaho this year alone. And with the attention, the Pentagon came out with a statement where they assured the public that the sightings were airborne. Oh,
Airborne trash or foreign aircraft. See? This is what I'm
they
saying.
probably lied.
It's because
They
like,
don't
you
want
don't
us
know who
to
to
know.
trust. Because some people do end up lying, like, "Oh, I saw a UFO," but it's just like to get clout.
Exactly. They're in
Or whatever.
Idaho. They got nothing else better to do. So, like, they're looking at the sky and they think anything's in a
Yeah,
UFO.
since nothing's out there, if there's a UFO, like it won't be a big
they'll be more likely
deal.
to notice it.
Yeah.
No, they're just making things up because they got nothing else better to do. They're in Idaho. And look, the Pentagon themselves said that it was either airborne trash or foreign aircraft. And they later on went on to say that it could have been China or Russian.
When has the Pentagon
Bruh.
told the truth all the time?
Yeah.
Can you prove to me when they lied?
I mean, I'm pretty sure they lied. Not on the top of my head, but I know they lied.
So you're just saying
Also
that like,
NASA.
because they're the government.
Yeah,
I
They
hear,
don't want us to know the truth. That's
yeah,
what-
but
that's
if we
what I'm
question
hiding
them, but if
why don't
someone
they want us to know the truth? Why do you think they don't want us to know the truth so bad? People who work for the government are everyday people like you and me.
no,
it.
they're
Bruh, no.
Yes, they
have
are.
a lot
Anyone can
more
get a
power
government
above
job.
us.
Anyone can work in it. Not anyone can work in NASA. You need the qualifications. But
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Like, if Emily studies and gets her education, she can go work for NASA.
yeah. But
And
she
then
needs to
as
sign
soon-
some papers.
As soon as she works for NASA, you're saying, boom, she's not going to be telling the truth anymore.
No, because she
Yeah.
needed
Well,
to
you
sign
never
some
know.
Well,
papers.
what if I just
That's
lie?
legally.
Okay, so you're telling me everyone in the government is all keeping up a facade.
Well, it's
Yeah.
easy for them to lie because it's like,
It's their job.
Is it tough to lie?
Yes.
What are you guys saying? I mean, I understand why people don't trust the government because people see them as the government, like something different, something, I don't know, like higher or secretive. But like I was saying, the government is just made up of people like us. So I don't see why they would have such a big reason to lie.
They get paid to lie. You wouldn't lie if you get.
I mean,
You get paid?
like she said, you have to sign a bunch of papers. Like, what if you sign your life away, basically?
You gotta change your name and everything.
Everyone in the government changes their name. No. What about their family members?
Oh well.
They
Too bad.
Yeah, they take them with them.
I know people work in the government,
You do?
They
like
lie.
local government though. So
Oh.
Well, local.
yeah, but like they still don't have. They still didn't change or anything. Do you guys have any other examples of aliens existing?
Okay, the pyramids.
The pyramids.
Yes.
Oh, my. So you're just doubting that the Egyptians did that.
Yeah, you see how
Bruh,
big
I know.
the pyramids are?
What's
you think
wrong?
that's a lot of labor.
Yeah, it took hundreds of years and thousands of lives to do it. That's why so many people died.
With low technology, how could they make it so perfect?
See, that's racist.
How is that racist?
No, wait, hear me out. Hear me
What?
out. That is racist because Europeans are the ones who started that. They said that the Egyptians couldn't build the pyramids because they were lesser than them, and there's no way if they couldn't do it, if Europeans couldn't do it, they believe that the lower people, the Egyptians, couldn't do it either because how could a race that isn't white have the technology to do that? That's why they started those rumors.
I'm not talking about that. I'm just saying they had no. They didn't really have technology to make all that.
Why didn't they have the technology? All they needed is enough manpower to do it. That's what they needed. And that's what they had. They had the manpower to do it.
True.
All they needed was enough people.
I just think aliens helped them out.
Aliens. Why would aliens help them?
I don't know. Maybe it was like a worship site for them or something. I don't know.
No. Starfire, do you have any examples?
Well, not really, but like I agree with what she says. Like it's crazy to like believe. It's just easy for them to be able to do that, you know?
Easy for aliens to be able to do
No,
that? You don't even know
like
if
the
aliens-
people.
Huh?
Like the people to be able to do all of that with almost no resources or technology.
They do
They
exist.
did have the resources.
How are the measurements the same? Like always.
Okay, have you watched Men in Black?
No, continue.
All the aliens are in disguise.
As regular people.
Oh,
Yes,
that's true.
exactly.
What if some of the aliens look like us?
Yeah, you're probably one right now.
Yo,
Yeah, and you're trying to like
Distract
cover.
us.
Yeah,
I was born
distract us
I
from
was
the
born in
truth.
Parkland Hospital. I'm not an idiot.
I don't know. Maybe an alien switched you out or something.
Mm.
Maybe you don't know you're an alien.
Ha.
Exactly.
That's not concrete evidence.
We're aliens to other people.
I mean,
To other
To others and
to
other
other aliens.
planets.
We are aliens.
Yeah.
No, because they don't exist.
they do.
No, they don't. Like, I'll maybe I'll believe that there's some form of life outside of Earth, but it's gonna be like some germ or something. It's gonna be like a microscopic thing. It's not gonna be a human-like being or a green guy that you see on TV. I don't think if there is life, I don't think it's as advanced as it is here. That's what I believe.
I think there is life and they're like super advanced.
Yeah, probably.
Like
Super
we're like
advanced?
way behind.
Way behind, you're crazy.
Like they have more technology.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's more technology.
Oh, that's why they don't mess with us, because they don't even need us. Type.
Yeah.
They just find us interesting.
And they're like, let's study them.
Okay, then why haven't they find us interesting, but why haven't they been reported on Earth? We have
'Cause
no proof.
They're
Because
trying to
they're
keep
good
it
at
low.
hiding.
Okay, it's because like there's multiple like times where it's fake, but like, what if one time it's real, but you end up thinking it's fake because like,
Because of all the other. Well, that's the thing, though. The thing that's hard to make the case for extraterrestrial life is that these stories are always like one-off stories. Like, you know, like it's like a once-in-a-lifetime thing that a person experiences that they've seen an alien or some form of UFO. Like, you can't like back it up because, like, let's say in a scientific experiment, in order for you to prove it, you have to get the same result over and over again. And you can't get the same result with that because you just see it once and that's it. And you can't back it up ever again. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. But I mean, I still believe that they look like us. What if they look like
that
us?
they're able to like shape shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
I feel like they have the technology to do that. Since they're
How?
advanced.
How they have
Because
the
you don't know
technology?
what's out there.
Yeah.
Huh?
There's no way we're
I
the
do know
only.
what's out there.
You do know.
I know what's not out there. Aliens aren't out there. I don't
And
know.
you can't
Everything's
be
out there,
so
but I know what's
sure.
not out there.
Out of like the millions of galaxies, there has to be another form of
Life
life.
other than us.
Yeah.
But we don't have any concrete proof for it.
Yeah, because
like,
we're
it's so
searching for
big.
Mars. We're looking for within our solar system.
We gotta look. How are we supposed to look outside of our solar system? We don't have the technology to do that.
Exactly. We don't, because we're not that advanced as aliens.
Mm.
They keep saying that we'll be advanced in like what 25 years.
I know,
but
by
that's what they
2050,
say.
by 2050, we're gonna know everything. Like, I swear, 2050 is always like, by 2050, the Earth's gonna end. We're gonna be able to go to Mars, and like, I swear, by 2050 is the date for everything.
Didn't they say it was like 2020 when we would be super?
Yeah, I remember.
I
I
think
remember
it
when
was
we were little. Like 2020, 2012 and 2020. Like those were the dates. Man,
We're
What
still
happened
low
in
with
2020? Nothing, right?
nothing except for one thing.
Oh
oh
yeah.
yeah. CV19.
Oh, I was like,
But like, do you believe in ghosts?
Do I believe in like paranormal stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
you
you
believe
don't
in
believe
that?
in
Not
aliens?
aliens?
Yes, because those are on our planet. That's why.
Okay,
Also,
but
aliens-
aliens could be here as well. But
Okay,
don't,
you guys are
tell.
doing a classic straw man argument. You guys are presenting one thing and then making the other thing seem like it's connected when it really isn't. Oh, you believe in ghosts, but you don't believe in aliens. That's a completely different topic. You can't just tie it together. Like
Because it's also hard to like find actual evidence
Yeah, like,
for ghosts.
yeah.
Okay.
So why do you believe?
I get that, but I've had personal experiences. Have you had a personal experience with the alien?
No.
Have you?
No.
Have you?
We don't know.
No, you haven't then. What about a family member? No. See, I have no connection.
Yes, my uncle.
Ah, crazy uncle, bro. Alright, give me uncle's
He
testimony.
told me when he was little in Mexico. He
Of
was-
course it's in
It's
Mexico.
always in
See?
Mexico.
Everything is in Mexico. Mexicans are liars.
No.
I said it. They just lie all the time. I swear, in Mexico, everything happened. Everything happened in Mexico. They saw witches. They saw aliens.
That's
They
true.
saw-
I saw
they
witch.
saw
I
the
saw
devil.
witch.
They saw everything in Mexico.
No.
I swear.
I saw witch.
But
I'm like,
my bad. Give me your uncle's testimony.
Okay, my uncle, he said when he was little, he was playing with his friends outside, and he saw a UFO.
He probably just saw a plane and didn't know what it was.
How old was he?
He was like 8. Bro.
And they don't even have planes over there. He just saw a plane for the first time and thought it was a UFO.
No, because he lived in like a small ranch. Ain't
Exactly. They don't got no technology, bro.
Exactly. Ain't no way it was an airplane.
That's what I'm saying.
So it was a UFO.
No, that's the point.
Yeah.
He's never
Okay,
seen
but you
technology
weren't
before,
there
so when he sees
to say.
some plane, he's
No,
like,
he
oh my
know
God.
he knew what a plane was.
No, he didn't.
Yes.
Right? He knew what a regular plane was, but let's say some military aircraft. Mexico has military aircraft. He probably just saw one of those.
No, he said it was a UFO. He said it was spinning.
Lied?
Was it light
He
up?
said it was spinning? Okay, that's how I know he lied. You shouldn't have told me that. Like, you could have had at least something, but no, if it was spinning, he lied. Man. Starfire, I have yet to hear from you a solid case for extraterrestrial life.
I just think that it's been on the news so many times, and like the world is so big, you like can't just be like, oh no, they don't exist.
Okay, but you can't just use that to say they do exist.
Okay,
You
then.
see what I'm saying?
But you can't also just be like,
Your
they
evidence,
don't.
so your statement is because our world and universe is so big, there's just bound to be something. There has to be. That's what you're saying, right?
Basically,
Yeah. That's not evidence. You're just saying there has to be. There's no way there isn't.
Okay, but like, what about the news then?
The stories, that's all they are. They're stories. That's also that's the words to use with the NASA Astro. Yeah, I can say that. Right. But the department that analyzes outside life, they say that all they've been presented with is stories. That's why they can't confirm anything, because all they have is stories, word of mouth.
They're not gonna tell the public the truth.
Why wouldn't they? Why do you guys think there's such an anti-truth agenda?
Maybe it's a threat to us, and they don't want us to know.
No. If it was a threat, then why has nothing ever happened?
Because they stopped it.
But I thought they were so advanced.
So maybe they have like enough technology.
Yes. They're
But
not
they,
gonna
like,
show
don't
us
release
their best technology.
Wow. Okay, but
I mean,
okay, maybe
that's
there
true.
would have been at least a leak. Not everyone in NASA is gonna keep their mouth shut. I know
Yes,
people
they
who
are.
worked in NASA. I met a guy who's worked in NASA. He was a NASA engineer. His name is Arturo. I forgot his last
Yeah,
name.
but he's not in that classified section.
He
just
worked
like
in
engineer.
Houston. I mean, not is it in Houston? Well, the base in their main headquarters in Texas. He worked there,
Yeah, but
and he was an engineer. He was not no janitor. He worked.
yeah, but he wasn't in like that special department.
Huh?
He wasn't in that special department.
The secret department.
The classified
Exactly.
one?
Eh.
Classified one.
See, I have evidence.
I mean,
And he worked, whenever he worked there, he worked around early 2000s, late 90s, whenever aliens and I feel like there was a really wave of people were believing extraterrestrial. That was around that time, 90s, late 2000s. He worked during that time, and he got no evidence of aliens for me.
You asked him?
He's not gonna tell you the truth because he signed papers. Yes,
Bro, if I sign a paper saying I'm not going to tell the truth, guess what? I can still tell the truth.
You're gonna get sued.
How are they going to know?
They keep you quiet.
How?
It's the government.
The government doesn't do anything.
Humans cannot keep their mouth quiet for nothing.
I mean,
We're humans. They're going to tell
Exactly.
somebody. They're going to tell
Until
their
someone
wife.
makes you.
They
be
probably
quiet.
get something in return, you know?
I would still tell my wife. Let's
no,
say
you wouldn't.
they say something, I'll give $1 million to not say anything. Okay, I'll take the $1 million. Yo, hey Red, guess what I just found out? I would do that immediately.
And then what if something happens to Red?
Yeah.
Because you
Yeah,
decided to
Something
say
happens
so.
to you.
Fine. I'll take someone I like less. I'll tell KG. I'll tell KG. I'll be like, yo, KG, guess what? Aliens are actually real.
And he disappears.
Then they kill him.
Yeah.
I got my $1 million and KG's gone.
He's gone, and then you're gone next. You're next.
Then I'll take those $1 million to go somewhere else.
they'll find you. They'll find you.
Well, I mean, beforehand, if you had asked me if aliens exist, I would have said yes for the same reason you're saying Starfire, because there's bound to be something out there. But as I got older and I've yet to see something, I always thought I'd see something. I'd see some form of evidence, some compelling amount of sources that line up with one another. But because everything's been so one-off, everything's been a story, everything's been just a claim that hasn't been backed up with any real proof, then I've just grown farther and farther away from believing that extraterrestrial life is a thing.
So, similar to what Mo said, Jill Stewart, a specialist in outer space law at the London School of Economics, doesn't believe that humans will make contact with extraterrestrials within our lifetimes. She says it's unlikely any widely accepted international framework will be developed until it needs to be.
Exactly. She believes. She's not sure. She believes. It's her opinion. It's not facts.
Believes.
Just because she has a title, that don't mean anything. Because she said she believes.
Okay.
Not that it's...
So you're saying her title doesn't give her credibility?
No.
Okay.
Because anyone can say that.
What does give a person credibility?
If they work in NASA. Or they have proof.
I just
Or the government.
NASA. What more do you want from me?
He was working engineering.
That's what a NASA engineer is.
Yes, but not in that secret department.
Oh. There's no evidence for a secret department.
Because they're not going to tell us.
Huh?
It's classified.
Why wouldn't he?
Why wouldn't he?
And guess what? He's not white, so I can trust him.
Oh.
Yeah. He's an immigrant just like me, so I can trust him.
I thought you said all
You were born
immigrants
here.
Yeah.
Didn't you say
Oh, yeah, did
Okay.
you say they all lie?
Oh, I mean, they do lie, but he didn't
So
lie.
he just lied. No.
Well, like I said, I have no concrete evidence, and until I do see something that's either, let's say, a bunch of testimonies that all line up the same way, or some evidence.
My uncle.
That's one person who saw a plane for the first time and
No.
thought it was an alien.
No, it was a UFO.
All right, well, that's going to wrap up our hot topic. We'll be right back with local and global news.
Yo, what's up, KZN family? Currently enjoying the show? Well, don't leave us just yet. We'll be right back after this short break.
Breaking news, KSBM Radio. Our host will be right back with local and global news, so make sure to stay tuned.
Welcome back, KSBM Radio listeners, to the voice of Townview, KSBM Radio. I'm Mo,
I'm Starfire.
I'm Jody.
And I'm M.
and we're going to get into our local and global news. So starting off with what I think is a very interesting topic, the line in Saudi Arabia. Have you guys heard about the lines?
No.
No? So let me give y'all and M and those who haven't a quick breakdown of what the line is. So the line is a proposed, it hasn't been built yet, a small linear city. So imagine like a rectangle, like a long rectangular box. And it will supposedly host 9 million people. And according to creators, the line will revolutionize how people live by saving nature and still providing an unprecedented urban experience. It will have no cars, no emissions, and run on 100% renewable energy. So based on that, how does that sound to you guys? Like imagine a long, basically rectangular-like city. It's narrow, and it saves the environment. What do you guys think?
I feel like it'll be cool. Like at first, it's like weird to say that because no one has talked about that.
Mm-hmm.
But I would like to live there.
You would like to
Yeah,
live
it's
there?
like interesting because everything's like close. Because I heard
Yeah.
they said that everything's gonna be close by. Like there's gonna be like a train. That
You can
moves
basically walk to anything, and anything you can't walk to, there's going to be high-speed transport that can get you into the city in 20 minutes.
Yeah.
20 minutes you can get from one end to the other.
Oh yeah.
And anything in between that you can practically walk to. What do you think about that?
I feel like
Sapphire?
it's pretty cool, but like at the same time, it reminds me of something out of Black Mirror.
Why though?
Because it's like, I don't know, upgraded technology, I guess, and like
But
the
what's so
people are
wrong with
just
that
all there.
technology?
No, I'm just saying that it's like a bigger improvement, you know.
Mhm.
So it's like kind of weird.
I mean, I get you why you're skeptical because we haven't seen anything like it before. We haven't seen a city constructed like that. So I see why you doubt it.
Wait, so it's going to be closed off, like totally from...
It's not closed off. You can leave whenever you want. Yeah.
It's just that certain location.
Yeah, the city itself is just a rectangular box-like shape, but you can leave whenever. It's not like you're trapped in there.
I mean, then that's good. Then, if you're
Yeah.
able to
Would you
leave,
live there?
I think maybe for a while to like test it out, see how
Vacation.
It goes.
A
Yeah.
vacation there.
Vacation.
And it's in the middle of the desert too. So another reason for them building it is so we can use this land that we've never used before. Like desert before, it's just wasteland. Humans have never been able to live there. But now with this, they'll be able to provide a use for that space and also conserve the environment. For me, the best thing about it, the biggest pro is the environment, because it's supposedly going to run on 100% renewable energy and have no emissions. So I think the sacrifice of you maybe feeling like constrained, I think it's worth it because you're ending up having a huge beneficial impact on the environment.
I mean, I think they should make more of these because if it helps the environment,
Yeah, it's worth it.
better.
I mean, that's like the biggest problem we have is we have to keep on
Waste.
building more and more cities and destroying more and more actual natural earth. And with this, we're able to still construct places for people to live, but in a way that doesn't destroy the environment and that keeps everything around it the same.
I think it's good to like test it out, I guess, and like to see if it does go well, and like if it does, we should keep on doing it in other places.
But it will also depend on the people, because I know some people don't like to live close to others.
But I mean, it's not like you have to.
Yeah.
I think, like you said, Starfire is a good way to experiment and see how it goes. And if it does go well, I would live there in a place like that in the future. Because I mean, everything's close to you. You get to walk around. Imagine being able to just like walk to a place, not having to drive 30 minutes in traffic. And they say the housing they provide, it's all basically really tall. That's how they're able to have 9 million people in there instead of being, a bunch of wide buildings. It's just really tall. That's how they're able to get so many people in there.
Yeah, and like I've seen some pictures and it looks pretty cool.
Yeah, it looks really futuristic.
Yeah, it does. Which,
Isn't it like reflecting?
Yeah.
it looks like something out of a movie.
Yeah, and
it looks
the
nice.
inside isn't just like all gray and buildings. The inside is supposed to incorporate nature and have a bunch of parks, a bunch of
So it's like a
wildlife fencing.
green kind
Yeah.
of type of thing.
They call it environmentalism meets urbanism. It's a blend of the both. So yeah, would you guys think about any cons that might arise from it though?
I don't know.
Maybe, I don't know.
I think it's just gonna be like people that
Means-
can't live close, like she said, that they can't live close near each other. They'll probably leave soon.
There will be like problems.
Maybe.
But yeah, I think the skepticism, I understand the skepticism of why people don't really believe in it and like how they feel like you said constrained. But in a way, I think that's really the only con. I think if that's really the only con, it's worth it because like you gotta sacrifice something.
That's true.
And we've already destroyed the environment enough. If we can help it in any type of way, especially in this such a big way, the way we live and how we house ourselves, I think it's worth it.
Yeah, I think it's pretty interesting, and it also like helps the planet and everything. So I think I would, I guess, try it out too.
You would live there?
I still say vacation. That's it.
Vacation, that's it.
Vacation.
I'll try
Why
it
not?
out.
Why not live there?
I don't
Well,
know.
if
I
it ends
probably
up
would
being
get
good.
tired of it.
Of being in the same place?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's true.
But I mean, like I said, you can leave though. Like, do you get tired of living in your home?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, that's why I'm leaving.
But that's why
Dallas.
you-
That's why I'm out. Yeah.
All right, well, that's going to wrap up that portion. And then let's move on to recently tornadoes hitting Texas and Oklahoma and killing at least 2 people and injuring dozens. So the Oklahoma Highway Patrol also reported that, this is pretty sad, a 6-year-old girl drowned and a 43-year-old man went missing after their vehicle was swept water off the bridge due to the high-speed winds. And this is going to sound crazy, but, like, I like when tornadoes happen because I think, like, there's such a... I know this is going to sound bad, but hear me out. I like when tornadoes happen because, like, there's such a skeptical receipt, but then afterwards, I mean, like, dang, they have consequences.
Yeah, like all the destruction.
Like I enjoy seeing so much rain.
You enjoy seeing people die?
Yeah. No.
Who does?
No. I said I enjoy the rain.
You enjoy
Oh,
the
okay.
rain.
I
The
like
storm that it brings?
Yeah, but like in Texas, it'll be fine for like a good 2 hours, and it'll just start raining so hard out of nowhere.
Mm-hmm.
Like I was in class on, I think Friday.
Yeah, it was
in
Friday.
economics. We were sitting there. We look at the window. It was like raining a little bit, and then we turn back to pay attention. But then everyone turns back to the window, and it's just raining so hard and so
Pouring.
windy. Yeah.
But Texas weather is bipolar because it was raining hard, then it stopped.
I know.
And the sun came out.
Yeah.
And it started raining again.
We were riding home on the bus. I thought we were
I
gonna
know.
die. Like, it started pouring so
It started raining when
bad.
I got out the bus.
Huh?
Like
I couldn't
exactly when I
turn
got
back.
out.
I couldn't turn back because my family member was gonna come pick me up, and I tried to turn back, but I got rained on from my back, so I had to run to the front.
Yeah, I was with KB and
KG.
KG, and yeah, they both. I wasn't with KG. I was just with KB. We were on the bus, and yeah, she had to wait on the bus because it was terrible out there. It was just raining. It was pretty funny. But yeah, let's move on to a more heartwarming story. So, a Texas police officer. Let me get to it. Sorry. A former officer, to be more specific, helped a woman deliver a baby on the side of a road. So, the former department shared on social media that an officer helped the woman deliver a baby on Friday, this past Friday. So, his name was Officer R. Salazar. He was on a virtual meeting inside his cop car inside his station when he heard the woman outside starting to go into labor, and that's when he helped her deliver the baby. What do you guys think about that?
I think that is really cool. Cause
That's
like
Out of nowhere though.
that's like the right moment.
The right place at the right
Yeah,
time.
right. Yeah.
I think it's a good, like, I think I haven't heard about this a lot, and I think they should promote it more because it's a good way to like promote, like a good story to promote police relations with the people. Because I feel like whenever you hear police interacting with people, it's never good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
this is
It's
like
a-
a good way to gain trust. from
Yeah,
them.
Yeah,
getting
true.
trust with the
I mean,
community.
it just shows that there's good cops, and then there's
Yeah,
just
I think they can use this as a way to highlight that they're there to help, not just to arrest people and throw them to the ground, you know? And the fact that they're able to give birth on the side of the road is crazy. Like, that woman is... Giving birth inside a hospital is already insane. Just doing it on the side of a road is...
And no
more crazy.
medication.
Uh-huh. Oh, yeah, no
yes.
medication. That's crazy.
well,
know.
some people don't.
Yeah, I know some people choose not to, but it hurts more.
Yeah, they're crazy.
I would, yeah. I'd rather not feel the pain.
Like, if I was able to give me all the medication, I don't care.
Yeah, I'm like, give me that
Everything.
Epidural.
But like still, it seems like complicated to help someone out to give birth. You know.
Maybe he was like trained.
I've heard,
Yeah.
the little I've heard, I heard that you have to pull it out and twist
Oh,
slightly to the left. And you have to kind of like twist them around like a football. Like this. Yeah, kind of like you're a QB. Say, hey.
I grabbed the head.
Oh yeah, the head.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
you have
need
to grab
be
the head, but you have to
careful.
be gentle because if...
It's
Because the
Oh.
head's not like so fully.
Yeah, and you can't let them flip around. If you let them flip around, it hurts for the baby. You have to
Oh,
make
yeah.
sure they come out the right way. Otherwise, when they start to flip around,
Because like,
Yeah.
don't their like cords get
the
like
cord
tied
gets
up
tied
and they
up
can like
and-
die.
or they can get stuck, like they don't come out the right way. So yeah, he must have been trained or something.
Yeah.
I think they do get like some basic training in it.
A cop?
I don't think so.
I don't think
I
they
think
like,
they're
I've heard
just
about it.
maybe a firefighter. Not a
I
cop.
think
But not
cops
a-
do get training.
Because I've heard about it multiple times. Like not stories like this, but like that it's kind of a basic training, I guess.
basic.
Yeah, that's not basic training.
They get training.
Basic training is running up and down the hill. Okay, but moving on to something more recent. Just yesterday, as you guys might have seen, Greg Abbott won the election for Texas governor for the third term in a row. So we won't get too into our personal affiliations about it, but yeah, the last poll result that I saw was that he was 55. He got 55% of the votes, and Beto got 45. With the other parties getting like 1 and 2 percentages. So I know people were saying that Texas was growing closer to becoming blue, but I think there's still a gap there.
Yeah.
I think we're always gonna be Republican.
Because we're like the big red state.
Like at first, whenever I thought this election, to be honest, I thought it was gonna be closer. I know 55 and 45 is close, but I thought it was gonna be closer still.
I think it's because our generation's being able to vote already.
Yeah.
Yeah, but even then, like
There's
maybe the urban areas are obviously blue for the most part.
Yeah.
Well, not even all the urban cities aren't all blue. One of them, I can't remember which city it was. One of the more urban cities went red.
4-4.
Was it Fort Worth?
They went red.
It kinda, Fort Worth. Okay, thanks.
Yeah.
Yeah, Fort Worth went red, and they're just as urban as Dallas. So you can. I feel like I thought this election was gonna be like a stepping stone, and then next election, oh, for sure we're turning blue. But now that I look at it, I'm still not sure.
All right.
Yeah. Because
Yeah, like you said, as like our generation keeps like being more capable to vote, I think we might be able to like make a change, or like at least keep on trying to move forward.
Yeah, but at the same time, many people didn't vote. Like every year, there's like
I know there's always so many people who
don't
don't vote. Just vote. I don't know why people don't vote. Like it's so easy.
Like I know someone that didn't vote. My brother didn't vote.
Oh yeah, my sister didn't vote. My brother did, but my sister didn't.
My mom voted.
She was too lazy after work. She got home. She was like, nah.
She was like, nah. I was like, why not?
Turning point.
I know two of our radio members did vote, Red and KG. Oh yeah, they both took the time yesterday. We got the day off. They both were not to vote. But yeah, I honestly I thought it was gonna be a lot closer. I was really surprised. I thought it was gonna be like 50. I thought they were gonna have to like make a big deal about recounting it.
They're probably gonna talk about like voter fraud again.
I mean, there's still
it always happens.
They always say it.
Yeah, they always have to check. But I just thought it was gonna be a lot closer. This was, in my point of view, I thought it was gonna be. This is the election prior to Texas turning blue, and now I'm not sure. Now I think they might stay red.
Because there was a lot of people that were saying they were gonna vote for.
Yeah, for Beto.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like, well, maybe because that's what you see in your circle, so you think that's what's happening everywhere, but in the more rural places, and like we said, not just rural places, even some urban cities in Texas. It wasn't just Fort Worth. I can't remember. It might have been El Paso, I think, too.
It wasn't El Paso.
It wasn't El Paso? Which one was it? I can't remember. It was another big city that also turned red. Production is telling me. Production is telling me just one? Just Fort Worth?
I thought that Uvalde would go blue.
They
stayed red.
Uvalde stayed red even after
which is kind of crazy. I thought there was gonna be change, like at least there.
I thought they were gonna be like, because on the Republican side, for the most part, they're less about gun control, and Democrats are more about adding more gun control. So I was like, oh yeah, they're gonna turn blue.
Yeah.
But no, they ended up staying red.
Do you think in the next elections, like, we could possibly see
maybe
change?
smaller elections, but for governor, to be honest, I'm not sure. I think they might stay red.
Corpus Christi stayed red also.
Corpus Christi stayed red. Yeah. See, so it's not. I feel like people have this narrative that all the big cities are Democrat, all the others are red, but it's not like that. All right, that's gonna wrap up local and global news. We'll be back with our sports and entertainment.
This is KSBN Radio Sports and Entertainment section coming up, where we bring you the latest sports and the most entertainment going on around the world. So sit back and enjoy.
Welcome back, KSBN Radio, to the voice of Townview. I'm Mo.
I'm Starfire.
I'm Jody.
And I'm M.
And we're going to get into our sports and entertainment. So to kick us off, we're going to do our first ever movie review. All of us took the time to watch Crazy Stupid Love, a rom-com on Netflix, if you guys want to watch it later. So to give you guys a quick outline, in Crazy Stupid Love, the main character, played by Steve Carell, the guy from The Office, he is divorced by his wife that he loves really strongly after almost 20 years of being married. And after being, so he's clearly depressed for a while after that. But a stranger played by Ryan Gosling, he takes him under his wing and teaches him how to pick up women. And he basically changes his lifestyle for a brief period of time. But as the movie progresses, they both realize that just going from women to women isn't as fulfilling or the life that they think it is. So how do you guys, I think this movie did a good job about like portraying and like kind of like showing like the hypocrisy in the gender roles and the stereotypes. So can you guys like point out some examples of that? Of the gender roles?
Yeah. How do I say? Like a man that's
kind of like a player or
a womanizer. People say that they can't change. Like they're always gonna be like that. And he did end up changing.
He ended up falling in love with Hannah.
Yeah, like settling down and becoming a woman. I think a good stereotype they pointed out is how, or made fun of, is how Ryan Gosling's character, he has like this set way of picking up women, and it works every single time.
Oh, the dance.
I think they made it kind of obvious, and like it was kind of like pointing fun of it, like the irony of guys thinking that you can have one way and it's always gonna work to pick up women.
Mostly it was just because he was attractive, but also him buying the girls' drinks, his pickup lines.
But I liked how like his character changed towards the end. I think it like made the movie pretty good.
I think the biggest changing point was when Jacob, who Ryan Gosling plays, is when he found out that Hannah is the daughter of Cal.
Oh yeah,
that was crazy. That was like a big twist for me.
When Hannah,
when he all started fighting.
Yeah, he was like, "Oh, I'm gonna go meet her parents," and he shows up at the house. Thank God, are you okay?
So I think they're kind of like making fun of hookup culture, like the way that people just go from partner to partner, partner to partner. I think they pointed out how like that's not the ideal, or people think growing up thinking that's the ideal, that's what you should do, but they pointed out how that didn't bring the Ryan Gosling's character happiness. Like that was his thing, that was his trait, that he would just go from woman to woman, getting from he wants, you know, in terms of that. But he ended up settling down with one girl, and that's what brought him real happiness. And also afterwards, when Steve Carell's character got divorced, do you think he was in the wrong for becoming like going to girl after that? Do you think that was wrong of him to do?
No, absolutely not. The wife cheated.
The wife did cheat,
Yeah, the wife cheated. He was in.
The wife cheated and divorced him.
Yeah. Over dinner. He was like, "Oh, what you want for dessert?" And she was like, "I want a divorce."
That was great.
And then I was like, "I cheated on you." Wait, what was his name? David?
I believe so. Yeah.
The guy. Cal.
No, the cheater. David. Yeah, with David.
But yeah, I don't think. I mean, at first I was like, I didn't think he was in the wrong. I was just kind of judging him for it. But then if you look at the situation, what is he supposed to do? Just wait around?
He was trying to move on.
He was trying to move on.
That was like his way of coping.
It was his way of coping, trying to like forget about, you know, because he loved her. So he was trying his best to forget about her.
But then he also ended up realizing it was bad to just be going around.
And then Emily, she was like, "Why did you do that?"
I know, like the wife.
I was like, "Why are you saying anything?"
Like the wife cannot say anything. Like, I mean, they weren't completely divorced yet, I believe, but like still, the relationship had ended. They had moved out, so he's free to do what he wants.
I just don't think the wife was in any right way to judge him.
To divorce him at all? Yes. But I mean,
to like judge him.
To judge him for what? For him sleeping around.
And what about the divorce itself? Do you guys think it was like warranted, or did both of them kind of like give up on each other prematurely? In my opinion, I feel like they kind of gave up.
They both did, because he let himself. Technically, she said that he let himself go.
Yeah, he stopped caring as much about it, started getting as much detail, as much attention, doing the things he used to do, and then on her behalf, she cheated. Instead of like confronting him, hey, I would appreciate if you did these things for me. She just didn't communicate and got those things from somebody else. Yeah. So I think it's kind of on both of them.
Yeah, she wasn't receiving the attention from him, and she was getting it from another guy.
Yeah.
I get it, but at the same, I get like wanting to have attention from your partner, but not to the point where you need to cheat.
I feel like they should have been able to talk it out.
Yeah, they could have. They weren't at a breaking point, and they treated it like they were. Like they could have fought for their relationship. They could have, talked what each party could do better, but they ended up just giving up on it.
They were married for 20 years.
Yeah.
I don't know why at that time they couldn't communicate.
Yeah. Maybe they just grew old of each other, but...
Yeah, I like the part where the son was, like, standing up for his dad.
Oh, yeah.
From David.
Yeah. Sitting in the office.
Yeah. The son was my favorite character.
Me too. I like how he put the picture right there, you know?
Oh, yeah. He picked up the picture of their family.
He was like, my dad's the best. And stuff like
that. He was defending him.
Yeah.
But we have to talk about how the son was basically like he was basically harassing his babysitter. Like,
Oh, yeah, because he was in love with her.
like he was like saying that he was in love with her. He was never gonna give up. But at a certain point, is it him never giving up, or is it him harassing her? 'Cause
But when he found out that the babysitter was in love with
his dad.
He hated his dad instead of like, you know.
Hating the babysitter.
And then the speech he gave at school.
Yeah, he was
Oh,
like,
yeah.
love isn't real, stuff like that. And then the dad,
He did everything he could for the babysitter, and she still rejected him.
Until the ending, she was
Even
just
though he
like,
was 13.
"Oh."
and the girl
Wasn't she like 18?
Yeah,
Yeah,
she was,
She was
17.
17.
She was 17, he was 13. And he was like, oh, the age doesn't matter.
He was like, just 4 years. But he was like, wait until I grow up.
Yeah.
Then she was like, have a good life. Then she gave him something.
At the
No,
end.
The
we could-
picture?
Yeah, the picture.
Oh, yeah, the picture.
You
That was crazy.
Yeah.
I feel like the movie is really like reflective of the time. Like some of the jokes they made, like for example, they made some jokes about the guy's sexuality, calling him like using gay in a derogatory way, or the other like sexual jokes they made. I think it's like reflective of how things have changed. Like back then, it was not a big deal to do that, and then now I feel like, I think you can still make those jokes. You just expect something in return. But what do you guys think about Ryan Gosling's character development? How is
Amazing.
yeah? I think
I like this character.
I think
really
they
like the
highlighted
character.
well how I feel like guys like there's this like perception that you have to grow up and you have to go from girl to girl, and you in order to be a man, you have to be somewhat of a womanizer. And I think they show that he started off with that belief himself, but then he ended up growing away from that and settling down with one girl, and actually taking the time to know her instead of just using her.
Yeah, and I liked how he like tried to talk things out with the dad. Like, oh yes, I'm finally like settling down. I like her and everything. So I think that like really played into his character development.
Yeah.
Because the dad knew that he was a womanizer, and he still chose to like
At first, he said that he wasn't going to give
his approval.
Yeah.
his approval, but then throughout time he saw how he changed and saw how the daughter was making him better. He was changing finally.
Yeah, and it was kind of like a secondary like line plot in the movie, but I think it gained a lot of my attention. I think it was worth it. But which character do you guys relate to the most?
Relate?
Yeah.
Relate?
None.
Which guys is your favorite?
Favorite? Say the
Hannah and Ryan Gosling.
Oh, Hannah was so nice.
I know. I really liked her. I liked the little boy too.
I like the little boy.
I
He
like
was
his
funny.
sarcasm and everything.
Oh yeah, I like how he was like really young, but he had
Yeah.
really like sharp jokes, like really witty jokes. It was funny. Which guys do you dislike the most?
It's like the wife.
The white.
But is
Oh,
did the wife really do something that bad?
She cheated.
What
Oh
you
yeah, I
mean?
forgot about that.
Yeah.
And she still like
cheated.
tried to victimize herself.
Yes. Oh, I don't like when people
Victimize
Do
him.
that,
yeah victimize themselves.
Yeah, it was like that. That was the big catalyst that ended everything. Her cheating. That's what really. Nothing.
Oh, and I liked Hannah's best friend. She was funny.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
she
the
like
girl.
Yeah.
she wanted like the best for her.
Oh yeah, she didn't
Yeah.
want her to settle. That's
No.
that was good. Yeah, she didn't want her to
Her
settle.
dad.
For anything.
What did he call her? Hannah Banana.
Anna Banana. Anna
Banana, where you
Banana.
going?
All right. Final rating on the movie. Out of 10. M.
8.
8 out of 10.
I'll say a 9.
9.
7, I guess.
7. It was better than a 7. I'll give it 8.5. All right, but let's move on to our next topic. So, Tom Brady. Even if you guys don't know football, you guys have probably heard about Tom Brady, right?
Yes.
You know, he's been called the GOAT, the greatest of all time in his sport. He's won the most championships out of any player. He's won more championships than some teams have altogether. And he ended up choosing football over his family, and it leading to him and his wife going through a lot of marriage problems and potentially getting divorced. So, do you guys think an athlete should choose his career over his family?
Okay. At a certain point, it depends on what position you are in your career.
And
But
with your
he
family.
was ready to retire last season,
Mm-hmm.
so it's all on him.
It's all on him?
Yes, I think I saw that out of a year, he only spent like 40-something days with his family.
I mean, a year only has 55 days. Right? No, a year but that's weeks.
365 days.
Yeah, my bad.
Yeah.
I agree with you how you say it. It depends on your career. Let's say you're like a coming up player, you're barely starting to
Like
get
a
good,
rookie.
and your wife is like, no more. And like you're barely getting there, and then I'd understand you choosing your career because that's your career.
Yeah.
But he's at a point where he's had all the success. He's accomplished everything he's going to accomplish.
And he
What
was
more
ready
can he
to
get?
retire.
Another ring? Like he already has 6 of them.
I
He
mean,
wants
I'm
to
pretty
know.
sure he's not gonna go to the Super Bowl
I don't
this
think
year.
so either. His team doesn't look like a Super Bowl
Yeah.
team. And you might say, oh, well, he can't know that. I mean, yeah, anything can happen, but come on. You can be
Yeah.
realistic. His team's not going to the Super Bowl. And I would get it if he had something more left to chase, but he's got it. Maybe you could say he needs more money. He's gotten all
I
the
think
money
he has a
has.
lot of money.
Like, he's never going to waste all the money he has. His kids are never going to waste all the money he has. So I think at his point in his career, he's in the wrong because he's not just a football player. He's a father. He's a husband. And at a certain point, I think you have to choose that over something that you've already
He
peaked.
already succeeded. Yeah.
He's not gonna.
It's
He's
like
peaked already.
He accomplished
Spending
his
only
goal.
40 days with them is nothing.
Around
in a
40
year.
And his kids are
days.
really young too. Like that's the time when you gotta be with them.
See them grow
Yeah.
up.
And like I said, I'd get it if he was barely coming up. If he was just some guy, barely getting his break. But he's not. He's already at the end of his career.
How old is he?
He's like 40
42, 43, I believe 43, and he's done. I don't know why he just wouldn't put a bow on it and go be with his family.
Yeah.
Starfire, what do you think?
Well, I agree. Like, I get the wife's views and everything. Because, like, it's understandable if she wanted to spend more time with him.
Mm-hmm.
45 days?
No, he's
45
45
years
days
old.
only?
Oh, he's 45.
45 years.
Dang.
He's 45.
Imagine.
Yeah, like, you need to spend time with your family.
And at that
Come
point,
on.
he had said he was going to retire.
Oh,
So I
yeah, he had
guess
said
that,
he was
like,
going to
brought her
retire.
hopes up
Mhm.
for him to just be like, oh, never mind.
And, like, it's not like he's just married. He has kids. He has kids, too.
And how, like, I mean, if you have kids, spend time with them. Because if
Exactly.
not, they're going to, like, resent you as they grow older.
And he's choosing to play football at a point where he's on the decline.
Yeah, he's not at his peak anymore.
Yeah. Like, I don't have sympathy for him. Like, his wife is in the right here.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he can't, it's not like he's not ring chasing. He has, like I said,
has enough.
he has 6 rings. He's not money chasing. He has all the money in the world. He's not, his legacy, everyone already considers him the best player of all time. And people who don't, like myself, like, I do consider the best of all time. I just don't want to call him that.
That and everybody knows his name.
Everybody
like,
knows
if you
his
hear
name.
him, you're going to be like, oh.
Oh, yeah, Tom Brady. Yeah.
Regardless if you watch football or not. So that's why I'm saying I have no idea why he would choose his family. Like, maybe you could say his passion for the game. What about your passion for your family?
Exactly.
Like, how are you going to choose that? It's just crazy to me. And then in another sport, the Astros won the World Series. I love the
Yeah.
Astros.
Me, personally, I'm still not over that they cheated.
Not really they cheated.
Yeah.
Alright. Well, that's going to wrap up this show. Thank you very much for listening to KSBM Radio, the voice of Townview. Make sure to check out all of our socials listed here. And I'm Mo.
I'm Starfire.
I'm Jody,
And I'm M.
And this was Stitch.
Oh, yeah.
our new mascot.
Our new host has been here this whole time. Host and mascot Stitch. All right. Bye, guys.
Thank you for listening to KSBM Radio, the voice of Townview.
My radio station.
We hope you enjoyed the great content and great discussion, all from a student's perspective. Make sure to follow us on Twitter for the latest updates at KSBM_TVT or on Facebook at KSBM Radio.
Add 'em on Facebook.
Check him on Facebook.
Take care.